There is a man parked in a car outside a grocery store doing math. Gas crossed $4.50 a gallon in May. In February, before a war no one in Congress voted for, it was under $3. He can fill the tank or fill the cart. He can't do both. I have been that man. Different decade, same arithmetic. I have sat in that exact lot and chosen the cart over the tank. I know the feeling in your chest when the numbers don't work, and I know what he is not thinking about. He is not thinking about democracy. The same month gas hit $4.50, the Treasury Secretary stood in the White House briefing room and held up a mock-up of a $250 bill with Trump's face on it. A man who can't lower the price of your gas wants his face on your money. That is not a king. That is a con. In Trump's first year, U.S. billionaires added $1.5 trillion to their fortunes. The four companies whose CEOs stood behind him at the inauguration took $51 billion in tax breaks and paid a federal tax rate under 5%. Inflation hit a 3-year high this spring while Trump asked you to be patient. Your paycheck lost the race with your grocery bill. He called your gas peanuts. So when the Trump banknote surfaced, what did the opposition say? Hakeem Jeffries reached for the crown, calling him a wannabe king. King, not thief. Wrong charge. The man in the car has never met a king. He has met plenty of guys who took his money. I spent 20 years as a Democratic strategist, and I can tell you why the charge is always wrong. The first rule was never, don't sound angry. It was, don't name the donor. We called it discipline. It was a non-disclosure agreement we signed with ourselves. I signed it too. Here is the campaign that finally tears up that playbook. First, run on the robbery, not the republic. Democracy is an abstraction. The number on the pump is a fact. Nobody ever lost their home to a threat to democracy. They lost it to a payment they couldn't make. Say the words consultants flinch at. Robbery, bought, rigged, put a number behind each one. Second, name the donors from both parties, starting with your own. The Democratic Party's flagship super PAC runs on Michael Bloomberg, on hedge fund money, on a tech billionaire who also cut a check to a Nikki Haley super PAC. All of it is legal. None of it is done for the man in the car. The donor class hedges. It's their business model. Confirming what he already suspects is how you earn the right to be believed about everything else. Third, win the war you're already winning. The small dollar fight already belongs to Democrats. Last cycle, ActBlue outraised WinRed more than 2-1, $3.8 billion to $1.7 billion. That is not a donor list. That is a movement, built by people who will never see a dime of that tax cut. Trump knows it. He sent the Justice Department after ActBlue and left WinRed untouched, even though WinRed draws 7 times the fraud complaints. You don't send prosecutors after a weakness. Finally, make Trump defend his donors. Use one line in front of every camera every day until it hardens. His donors got paid. You got the bill. Trump will not pivot. He will brag. His ego won't let him call that tax cut anything but beautiful. And every time he defends it, he is choosing the billionaires over the man in the car, in his own voice, on live television. Make him pick, and keep making him pick, until even the people who voted for him hear the answer. Trump is not a monster. He is a salesman who sold the man in the car a tax cut for his friends and a war for his ego. Then he kept the change. The choice in 2026 was never democracy or autocracy. That framing flatters the people writing the checks and bores everyone paying the bills. The real choice is whether one party will walk up to that car window and say, "The rich rigged this," read the whole list, its own names included, and mean it. He's still sitting there, engine off, to save the gas. He knows the truth. The only question is who says it to him first.